Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing? It's your girl, Magdalene, and I am back. Did you guys miss me? Please say you miss me. Even if you're just going to lie, just say you miss me and just keep my ego up. I'm joking. Yes, how are you all doing? It's been a little while, but with the holidays, you just have to kind of take time out. You with all good intentions, when you have kids, it's a juggling act, you try to say, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, but then with the children, it's always, you just kind of have to adjust what you need to do and put certain things on hold whilst you, stay with them and entertain them, and that's what's been happening. But I said, you know what, regardless, they're still on holidays, I need to come back. I was anticipating coming back in September, but I said, no, I'm missing you guys too much. I need to come back. And so, yes, that's where I am. I'm here today. How are you guys doing? How has it been? How has the holidays been so far? It's been really good, really good for me, and it can only get better. The thing is, you make do with what you have, and most especially what you desire. You speak what you desire into manifestation. You speak what you desire into manifestation, whilst all the while working behind the scene to ensure that which you're saying is manifesting. And so that's what I'm saying. So even though situations may look a bit shaky at the moment, you keep speaking. I put a post out yesterday, I believe. You keep speaking that which you want into physical manifestation and working towards it. Not just about speaking and folding your hands and doing nothing. You work towards it behind the scene. And so, and with the holidays always comes with challenges. What do you do with them? Where do you take them? If money is tight, what do you do? If there's lavish of money, obviously you go on holidays and whatever. So it's a juggling act. And even with that, with kids, they just want more and more and more. But God bless them anyways. God bless them all. I just did a Facebook live stream, and I realized once I posted that there was no sound. So guys, basically what I was trying to say is that I am back, and Barefoot Conversation is back. And today's topics, I was just talking about today's topics, so very, very brief, less than 5 minutes, I think, or if at all 5 minutes, just to say I'm back. So for those who are saying, what's she on about? There's no sound. That's all I was trying to say, nothing major. Barefoot Conversations is back. And so today's topic is, so you think you can dance? Let me see you dancing then. No, it's not that kind of dance. I'm not talking about that. But I got the topic from the American show, the American TV show. So you think you can dance? I think the equivalent here in the UK is Strictly Come Dancing, or I'm not sure if they have it here, but when I did my research, I saw it was only done in America. And with the show, as with Strictly Come Dancing as well, is contestants coming together and dancing before a panel of judges. And obviously the judges, at the end of it all, the judges judge what you've danced, and then they give you their views and opinions, and if you stay on, you stay on. If you don't, obviously you have to go. And so I was thinking about that in a sense of life. I then began to personalize it. I was looking at my own life, and I remember all those years ago, I think almost 10 years ago now. Time flies so quick. Anyways, almost 10 years ago, I used to go around from one city to other in the UK for open mic competitions. And I remember I think the last one I went was in 2010. Yeah, 2010. I went for an open mic competition in, where did I go for this thing now? It's been so long. I think it was in Bromley. I can't remember. Was it Nottingham? I've been around, I can't remember where. Anyways, and so I remember going and singing in front of this panel of judges and in front of an audience, singing and singing and singing. And I think I got to semi-finals, and then I was told that I wasn't going to go any further. At that moment in time, like any other person, your ego will be bruised because you'll be like, what, am I not good enough? What are you trying to say? And so for me, I thought about it. And I remember when we were leaving there, that was my husband and I were leaving, and I said to myself, I don't think I said it to him, but I just said to myself, I said, you know what, I will never do this again. And it's not because of the fact that did not have confidence in my singing abilities. It was more of the fact that you're having to stand and sing in front of an audience and in front of a panel of judges, and they are judging you by the song that you sang. And obviously, it's not like they choose a song for you. You choose your own song where your vocals can really come out. and they are judging you by that. And I had to sit down and think, and I said to myself, Magdalene, you've done this so many times. How long are you going to continue? What exactly are you trying to achieve by doing this? And these were questions I needed to ask myself, hard-hitting questions, because I was getting frustrated with the whole thing, because I was locked up in that bubble that I needed to be this particular type of artist and be touring around. That's what I told you, it's been a long time, 2010. And it was just every time I go, I was moving up. I told you I go to semi-finals. But that was the final straw for me. I was just like, it wasn't because they said no. It was just because of the fact that I said, I can't do this. So even going there on that day, it was 80-20, like 80% of me just was not in it. I just really did not want to do this. But the other 20% was like, I've already given my word. I'm in the semi-finals. So I might as well just go. And that was how it was. It was a battle. You're singing, but in the back of your head, you're like, this is not for me. And also, I want to relate that to, I think it was last week or so, the kids got their results, their GCSE results and their A-level results. And many of them came out with fantastic grades, A stars, you know, good grades, and their parents were so excited. But what about those kids that did not come out with such wonderful grades? What about those kids that came out with very low grades? Are we still celebrating those kids? So when we sit down to have an exam, is that a true test of someone's knowledge? When you sit down to have an exam, is that a true test of your knowledge? When you go in front of an audience to sing and you're being judged by your singing on that particular song, on that particular day, is that a true test of your singing ability? Hence the reason I came up with this topic, so you think you can dance. You know, in life, two things happen for an individual. The first thing is that you feel that you're qualified enough for a particular position or particular status, and then you proactively push yourself to ensure you secure that position. And then the other part now is when you know deep down inside you're qualified, or you have what it takes to get to that next level in your life, but you lack confidence. And as a result of that low confidence of yours, you don't push yourself. You don't push yourself, or you're supposed to, and then you don't get to where you need to get to. And then let me park that to one side. And when you look at people from the outside now, the perception that some people may have of you, again, it's twofold. Some people may look at you and say, who is he or who is she? Someone that just came out from nowhere. It's just an overnight sensation or something. Like, what do you think you have? What can you offer? What qualifications? What experience do you have? People's perception. And the second one is obviously people who are looking at you thinking, wow, this person has it. This person can do it. But this is now, they're looking at the person, they're looking at you who has a low self-esteem. But then the other person on the other side is looking, saying like, this person, I know he or she can do this. I know he and she can secure that job or be that rightful leader for that position or whatever it may be. But because of your low self-esteem, you're not forthcoming, and they are trying to push you, and then more time people from the outside are trying to encourage you to go for that position. Because of lack of confidence, you always withdrawing and pushing back. So it's like someone is coming this way and you're just pushing backwards. And so I was thinking of it in those kind of ways. So from the individual and from external people's perception of the individual. So you think you can dance. There are things in life that you need to go for. If you don't push for it, nobody's going to offer it to you. It's not going to come to you on a platter of gold and say, here it is. You have to be forceful. You have to push for it in order for you to achieve it and then move to the next level. Then when we look at it now from the aspect of young people, I run an organization, a youth-based organization that works with young people. So obviously I'm always going to have young people on my mind. Having young people as children as well is always going to be on my mind. When you look at it from the perspective of young people, and when we hear in the news of all these young people who are committing all these heinous crimes, and you begin to wonder, is it just a case of a wrong perception of things from people and themselves? People looking at them and perceiving evil of them, and them looking at them within and saying to themselves that they're not good enough. And because people are perceiving evil of them, they might as well dance in accordance to that music that people are playing for them. Why are our young people, over the years it has increased, over the years, it has gradually increased, and it's not increased for better. It has increased for worse. More young people, two things. They're either the perpetrators or the victims. How many more families need to continue to mourn the lives of their children before this ends? So you think you can dance. So if you think you can dance, the key word there is think. If you think you can dance, I'm not using dance in the literal sense. So you think you can dance. If you really know that you can do something, you think you can do something, what's stopping you from doing it? Who are the circle of people around you? There's a saying that goes, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. So what kind of people do you have around you? What is the circle of people that you have around you that are hindering you from achieving what you need to achieve? Or who are the circle of people around you that are encouraging you to say to you, you know what? I know you can do it. Just push for it. Keep going. Keep going. So you think you can dance. What's stopping you from doing that dance? What's hindering you? What negative mindset do you have within you that's telling you that, bother, you can never do this? What stops you from applying or becoming so politically active that you see yourself as the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? What stops you from becoming the next Bill Gates? What stops you from becoming the next, what's the name? Facebook's owner is just literally skipped my head now. Zach. Is it Zach or Jack? Yeah. You know who I'm talking about. What stops you from being the next CEO of Facebook or your own social media platform? So you think you can dance, but yet still you're not trying to push yourself. Why? Why? What is your hint? What are the hints? Those are the things I'm going to be talking about today. What stops a person from pushing themselves to the next level? There's so many things out there that we can list and say, I can't do this because of X. I can't do this because of Y. I can't do this because of Z. Okay. Once you've listed all those things, then what? You sit down there, you become frustrated, you hate yourself, you see others achieving what they need to achieve, and you're thinking, what about me? Yeah, but what about you? Who's stopping you? I said to you that I said to myself, this was nobody, no, my husband didn't say this to me, nobody else said this to me. And it's not because I felt that I could not sing or I wasn't sounding like there were other people. I said to myself that I needed to stop this because this was annoying. This was not this was not the right path for me. It doesn't mean that it's not the right path for somebody else. But for me at that time, it was not the right path. And little did I know that I was speaking into my future, because obviously a few years later, almost 10 years later, my path is so much different than what it was all those years ago. That's why I was having this comfort within me when I was going up for all these open mic sessions, because of the fact that I knew there was something else I was meant to be doing. Still with music, but it wasn't this path that I was literally forcing myself to go down. Because I told you on that particular day, the last time I went for my open mic competition in 2010, I can't remember when in 2010, it was 80-20. So 80% of me were like, why bother? Just don't bother. But the other 20%, because of loyalty, because of the fact I said I was going to turn up, I needed to show up. That's the thing. So you think you can dance. What's stopping you from doing that dance? So if you want to put it in a literal sense, you stand and you stand in front of the mirror and you're a fantastic dancer in the comfort of your own house. What's stopping you from taking that next step to sign up on a dance club and go out there and start to dance and make yourself known? Let people begin to know who you are. There's no good being a dancer in your own house. Okay, you dance in your own house, fantastic. But nobody's seeing you. You need to take it out there. You need to take it out there. Even if you're not dancing according to the rhythm of other people, you're dancing to the rhythm in your mind. So you need to take it out there and take it. Or better still, you film yourself dancing and upload it onto YouTube and begin to spread and spread and spread and spread your message out there. In this day and age that we are in, nobody has a right to complain that their message is not being heard when they themselves are doing nothing about it. If you're not doing anything about it, don't expect somebody else to do it for you. You need to start something. Once you start the thing, then other people will begin to draw near to you. who will help you to push you to the next level. So looking at it from the perception of people outside, many times, many of us don't do what we need to do because of people's perception of us. Because we feel that, or people will say that they're not eloquent enough, or you don't sing well, or you don't sound well, or you're not knowledgeable enough. You have to get to the point where you say to yourself, who gives a damn what somebody else says? I don't care. It's your platform. Whatever it is you want to say, so long as positive messages. I'm talking about positive messages here, guys. So long as a positive message that you need to air out to people, do your thing. Why are you waiting for somebody else to give you an approval? And that person is busy hating on you. Some people, let me say something to us, and let me make it very clear. Many of us are worried about what people are saying. And those same people that we're worrying about have such low self-esteem, and the only way they can make themselves look good is by putting somebody else down. And you are in your house, you're in your place, you're in your lane. Just kind of like, because this person, I don't know what this person's gonna say. I don't know what my community is gonna say. I don't know what he's gonna say. I don't know what she's gonna say. So that he say, she say matters going on there. You know what? We need to stop that. Because if we as adults are still concerned about what he's gonna say and what she's gonna say, what message are we giving to our children? What message are we conveying to the youths out there? For your information, if we don't already know, let me sink the truth, that the basic truth out there. Our youths are our leaders of tomorrow. But unfortunately, our leaders are killing themselves. That's the bottom line. Our leaders are killing themselves because of the fact that we as the adults, they are busy concerning ourselves of what that man is going to say, that woman is going to say, and we're not showing the right example. We need to show the right examples to our children. They may not be your biological children. If you're in a place of authority or place of position that you're impacting the lives of young people, please remember that these are our leaders. That when your time has come and gone, that you've gone through your years and you're now elderly, these are the people that are going to be ruling you. If you don't treat them well now, if you don't show the right example now, how are they going to lead you tomorrow? How are they going to lead you tomorrow? That's what we need to understand. So for the parents out there who are too busy to spend time with their children, to understand their children, to know their children's needs and desires, who are too busy to listen to their children and play with their children, I'm sorry for you. Because of the fact that these children, when they grow up, because they will grow up, when they grow up, they're going to be the ones leading. What you teach them today is what they're going to lead tomorrow. So you think you can dance. What's stopping you from dancing? Especially when you have a message that the world needs to hear. I'm speaking to you from a very basic platform, and many people may look down on this platform, but I don't care what many people do or say. I'm speaking to you from a platform that Magdalene, at this point in time, sees best to speak to you. So I know, so for me now, it's no longer so I think I can dance. I know, so it's so I know I can dance. And girl, guess what? I'm doing my dancing right here. You can join me if you want, or you can take the next level and do your own dancing. But the bottom line is, we all need to be dancing, whatever that dance steps may be. My baby boy, he's 5 years old. In church, when praise and worship is going on, he just comes forward and you see this child dance. I'm watching him thinking, where is this child getting all these dance moves from? My boy is dancing, jumping, doing everything on the floor. He's doing, he's just doing everything. And the church is just kind of giving him away because they're expecting him, like, yeah, he's coming. So if I'm the one leading the praise and worship, I'm just dancing. He will come to me and I'll just give him tissue because he'll be sweating, literally pouring down with sweat. And this child is dancing away, all for the glory of God. People might look at him and laugh like, your dancing doesn't sink in, but he's doing his thing, and that's the bottom line. You need to do your own thing. Practice makes perfect. I say that to the young artists I work with as well. Oh, I can't sing. I don't sound like this. My voice is this. I'm like, you know what? Don't worry about your voice, baby. Don't worry about that. It's the willingness. You have to be willing. That's the number one thing. You must be willing to go for it. Once you are willing to go for it, the next thing is a dodo. Doesn't mean you don't have to work hard, but first start with the willingness. The willingness to say that, you know what, when situation is looking very bleak and you don't feel like doing it, but you're willing to learn. That for me says you're already halfway there. The other parts we work on that's not a big problem. So my message for us today, this Tuesday morning, for all those out there who are saying, I think I can dance, but you know what, I'm not confident enough to do it. I'm here telling you, life is not going to wait for you. Time is precious. Time is precious. It's here today and it's gone tomorrow. We woke up this morning, whatever time you woke up. Now it's almost 11:30 a.m. You will never get this time back again. You will never get this time back again. Because if you said to yourself, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, so you begin to procrastinate. That's one day you've now missed out. Because by tomorrow you could have built on what you started on today. But what you've done instead is just shelved it and added it to the other works that you have lined up for tomorrow. So you think you can dance, start dancing. Whatever that dance, I use that word dance in very loosely. Whatever that dance may be, if it's to go back to school, if it's to practice public speaking, if it's to fine-tune your voice to become the next great Whitney Houston, may her soul rest in peace, or whomever that you admire. Whatever it is, if it's to become the next best-selling author of your life, whatever it is, you need to start now. And so for those who are already saying, you know what, I think I can dance and I am already doing that, kudos to you. I say kudos to you, kudos to you. More grease to your elbow. You know why? Because the world needs more of us out there. The world needs more of us out there, but not in an arrogant way. I must portray that. Not in an arrogant way, but in a way that we know that others are watching. In a way that we know that we are impacting the next generation. And we must understand that the next generation are our leaders of tomorrow. If we don't lead them right today, we're going to suffer the consequences tomorrow. And also understanding that our leaders are killing themselves today because they fail to realize that there's greatness in their future. They fail to realize that somebody needs them for tomorrow. They fail to realize that they have so much potential inside of them. They fail to realize their families are going to hurt if they are no longer in existence or they are locked up. So we as leaders who know that we can dance, as we are dancing, let's remember our young people and impact their lives. Let's begin to live a positive imprints for our young people who are coming up so that they see greatness ahead of them. They see that great legacy that they know that they can live up to. Not have to, but they know they can live up to. Not having to be that person, because there is no person that is perfect. Because in the eyes of the world, this person is perfect. But when you come indoors and begin to see this person, you begin to unravel so many different things. And you wonder, wow, I thought you were this. So never, ever, ever put any person on a high pedestal and think that this person is perfect. There is no perfect anybody. Everybody has their flaws. So for those of us who know that we can dance in accordance that shows that you are living a positive legacy for the next generation. And so for all the negative naysayers out there who have no business of their own, but protruding their business onto somebody else's life because you have such a low self-esteem of yourself, Wake up. This world is too big for us to be hating on somebody else. We need to wake up. So if you know you can dance and you're within that percentage of people who have low self-esteem, the words of encouragement I have for you is take baby steps. Don't look at other people. Focus on your lane. Remember the story. I talked about the story a little while ago in one of my broadcasts. Remember the story about the tortoise and the hare. If you never read it, Google it up. Trust me, you'll find the story. The tortoise and the hare. The hare was very arrogant and pompous. Like, yeah, he started a race. He was running, thinking, yeah, this is the tortoise. Is very slow. He was just running. He got to a point that he was tired because you burn out. We're human beings, so we burn out. He was tired, so he had a rest. He was sleeping because he felt like he's got enough time. He's had enough leeway against the tortoise, so he can just rest as much as he can. Before the tortoise comes, he would have woken up and just finished the race. But little did he know that the tortoise, he may be slow, but he was taking it one step at a time, and gradually, he got to where the hare was. Being a wise tortoise, he would never woke him up. He left him sleeping, and he continued the race in a very slow manner. He continued the race, and guess what? Until he won that race. So guys, my leaving message with you is take baby steps. Don't compare yourself with somebody else. Never do that. That's the worst thing you could ever do to yourself. Take baby steps in order to help you achieve what you need to achieve. Take baby steps. And so for those of you out there who know you can dance, continue dancing. Continue your dance. But remember, people are watching, especially the young people. Leave a positive message for them so that they become encouraged and motivated and inspired to follow suit in the same manner. Until next time, guys, this is Magdalene Adenike, CEO, founder of Music Relief Foundation. We work with young people to empower, to encourage, to motivate them, to unleash their creative spirits. And CEO and founder of Magdalene Adenike. We work with women, not just young women, with women in a whole, who are struggling to find their purpose in life, helping them to identify, to connect or reconnect in order for them to live a purposeful life. Until next time, keep dancing, and let the world know who you are. Baby steps. I wait to celebrate you. Have a great day. Bye for now.